Hello everybody and welcome back to the Raiders franchise here on Madden NFL 09. We're going to be playing the Bills this week. Their team looks better than our team in terms of their overall, but they're 0-2. So I'm hoping that means maybe an injury that the overall doesn't take into consideration because maybe that's just because it's an older game. Or maybe we're just dealing with a team that's gotten unlucky the last 2 weeks. But if you guys have been enjoying Madden NFL 09, hit the like button and the subscribe button below. Let me know some other games you'd like to see on the channel, maybe some new ideas for franchises you would like to see in the future. Maybe you want to tell me an idea you have for this franchise, right? Let me know in the comments. Players to trade for, maybe even like a task that we have to complete with Jamarcus Russell. We're going to kick. That way we can kind of see how bad this game's going to be. We can start the second half with the ball, just in case we need to go like try to score a touchdown at the end of the first half and then get the ball in the second half. It's what the Bills have been doing for the longest time, and I don't know. I mean, it seems to be working for them now, but some of that I think has to do with the fact that their team is just overall better than it used to be in the past. Okay, what do they have? Two good left side offensive linemen, Trent Edwards and Marshawn Lynch. Okay, so Marshawn Lynch used to play for the Bills, then he went to obviously Seattle. One of the things I remember all the time when he was on the Bills is that he used to get like 4 people tackling him at the line of scrimmage every single down. Okay, the defensive or the offensive line is not playing well in this game either. Trent Edwards is just hitting every pass. Okay, let's see here. The worst part about it is I'm going right through this right tackle. Oh, let's not do that. Let's try to go up the middle maybe, have an easier chance to get straight to Trent Edwards before he can throw this pass. I did technically, like, kick him, but he does not seem to be taking any pressure at all. It's actually funny, Trent Edwards, I think 2 separate times in his career he started 3-0 with the Bills. But every single time the offensive line just was terrible and let him get tackled. He used to get concussed constantly. Somebody would hit him in like the back of the legs, right below the knee on the one side, and then somebody would come in from the other side and like basically just squish him in the completely wrong direction every time. Basically fold his body on top of his legs. And it wasn't a question of if it would happen. It was every single season. So, wonder how good the Bills would have possibly been had he been able to stay healthy. Oh, well, I mean, that's not a good showing of that. We get a lot of pick sixes with this team. So who is that? Is that Hall? I think that might be Hall. First time one of our corners get a pick six, though. And let's go over and celebrate with the fans. I'm sure that they're very happy to see me over here. Okay. Janikowski through the uprights. 10-mile-an-hour wind, by the way. Just noticed that. That's kind of obnoxious. But it's weird because, let's see, that doesn't really affect it too much. Like, I feel like the newer games, a 10-mile-an-hour wind is basically impossible to kick in, almost. This one, it only moves it slightly to the left, even though it's, 10 miles per hour. I think the max I've seen in these games is like 17. And 17, I feel like it goes across the entire, Okay, what is going on? Trent Edwards, are you, like, going on a speed run to see how many pick sixes you can throw without throwing a single incomplete pass? Technically, those count as incomplete passes, I know, but I'm pretty sure he is 3 for 5 for like 60 yards and 2 pick sixes. That is, it's not something I'd be bragging about. I would like to get my offense on the field, but I'm not gonna let a pick six just go. Okay, that time they actually did, I was gonna say, like, it's like 9 yards into the end zone, you really shouldn't be returning that. Okay, let me think here. I don't really need to think too much. Trent Edwards is basically helping us to think on defense. Look. You know what I mean? Unless it's a perfect pass, it's a pick. That's so weird. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that legitimately in the NFL. I don't honestly think so. I can't think of a player who I've ever seen that every pass is perfect. Whether or not it hits his teammate or the other team is a completely different question. Okay, let's send Burgess, I think's his name. Okay. I was gonna try to send him up the middle, but couldn't get through the center. Yeah, Burgess. I honestly can't tell where's a better place to blitz on this team. As long as I'm not blitzing on that left side, I should be fine. Now, there's another perfect pass. Of course, I guess that's what happens when we have a linebacker on Roscoe Parrish, but I don't know. It's not like I know how to stop the linebackers from being put on the receivers. Right now, Reed's just wide open, so I had to kind of drop back there. I knew Reed was going to go on a short route just from the fact that that's how my luck works. But, I mean, look at that. Look at how terrible that looks. 0 yards, 14 points. 107 yards, 0 points. We stole all of their points. Okay. Trent Edwards might want to retire in this game. You can retire at half. The Bills have had that happen before. Okay, we actually get a drive. I'm impressed. This is all pro still, by the way. So don't ask me what's going on. Maybe we do need to just up the difficulty. The problem is if we up the difficulty, they're never going to throw an incomplete pass. So it's just going to be non-stop touchdowns unless our offense is completely terrible for the entire game. Let's see here. I guess I can hit Miller. I hate the fact that it's like the one thing the new Maddens definitely have over the older Maddens. Players just don't drag their feet in these older games unless you get the animation where it's blatantly obvious they're going to drag their feet. Okay, that was a full blitz. I really wish they'd stop putting their hand up because they slow down when they put their hand up to let me know they're open. I can just run it here. We're not really in any threat to lose this. They have 2 bull rushers. I think that's Stroud and Schobel. You know what? We're going to go for it. I don't care. I feel like that should have probably been a first down, but let's go for it. I'm going to change the run. I have an ISO here, so let's get the fullback directly in front of the running back. We're just going to try to go right at Stroud. Barely got it. McFadden fell forward, and we got it. That simple. Great play by the rookie. Let's try flanker dig. I might look at X really quick, but that route basically never works. I'm just going to hit A underneath, get us another first down. X might have been open if I'd given it enough time, but I didn't have any faith in the right side of my line. Let's try inside cross. I do need to get Jamarcus Russell more involved in these games. The whole point of this franchise is supposed to make it look like he just wasn't given a chance, or enough of a chance. Hit as he throws. Great pass. Great pass. Our offense is actually doing pretty good this game, outside of the 3rd and 2 getting stopped, but the defense is going to win from time to time. McFadden, great run. Gain of 8. First down and goal. I really prefer routes that don't just stop. Timing routes in this game where they like run a hitch and then come back, I'm like terrified of throwing that. Nope. I didn't see that corner still back there. Loss of 1, not too worried about it. Even if we kick a field goal, it's still a 3-possession game. I don't like those routes. Can we get somebody running? I mean, X would have been open, but I have to go through the full animation of standing still for that whole time. Wow, that was a crazy hit. Was that Whitner? No, that was one of their linebackers. Ah, it was Mitchell. Okay. That explains it. I do know this team pretty well because a lot of their players are the same as what they had in Madden 11. Okay, that's not good. Let's just throw it out of bounds. I don't want to force anything. Not the best drive, but we'll take a field goal. I mean, after all, you can kind of take a field goal when you're already up 14-0 in the first quarter. So, a lot of plays, though. Time of possession could have been more if we completed more passes. Almost the end of the first quarter, up 17-0. Yep. I imagine this game will probably end like 24-14 or 31-14. I don't expect Trent Edwards to throw a pick on every drive. Although just me saying that increased those odds. Okay, let's try strong safety blitz. And the other one is guarding Lynch. Got it. Okay, Burris did an excellent job there, pushing Lynch back. That, by the way, is just a normal truck driving by. The reason that it rattled my entire room is because normal truck driving by. Okay, let me see. Okay, that turned me around. I tried to bring the linebacker up to make a play on it, and for some reason he started running backwards. I don't understand that, but I've said it before. The older games, the biggest problem with the older games is just the fact that that car is still driving by the way. The older games had an issue with fast passes for the CPU. They're basically unstoppable unless your corner just reads it completely on their own. That could be a big run. Way to slow them down. We need to... Trying to think here, because I mean, we're doing a good job overall. It's more of just the fact that every drive, even if it would have been a score for them, they've given us a touchdown. So we just need to focus on trying to stop all of the big plays in the middle of all of that. Either make the pick happen on the first play or actually stop them to force a punt. I don't see either of them ever happening, though. What the heck just happened? The ball went through my linebacker's back, and then the corner kind of just ran away from him. I have no idea what's going on. Let's try some man defense, huh? I think they lost a yard. Yep. Good play. Great play. Those players on the sideline look terrible. I don't know. The one guy literally just looked like a fridge with an arm. That's terrifying. Good play by Burgess. There we go. I don't think he's gotten a sack in like 2 games if he goes the rest of this game without one. But he had so many in the first game. I'm not really worried about his sack total. He's already at 6, I think. So we're going to set up for a punt block. I imagine this will just, not actually result in a block, and I'm just going to run Hall. No point. Get us the ball at the 20. Let's try to waste the rest of this clock. Get out of this game without any injuries. The big problem with this team, especially with McFadden, is injury concerns. I do want to send Higgins deep, though. See if we have a chance. Run upfield. There you go. Okay, 4-yard gain from Jamarcus Russell. Probably have A open here. If he's not, I'll keep an eye on Walker. Sometimes that further back in route is more effective. Yeah, it is. Hit again as he throws. I'm gonna be dealing with our second string quarterback at this rate if I don't start throwing that ball sooner. Or we just need to get better offensive linemen, who knows. Cut it outside. Good play there. Got literally smashed by a brick wall on defense, but hey, still gained 9. We'll take it. A weak flood. Who comes up with the name of these plays? Is there... I understand that a lot of times, the weird named plays are just to try to throw the opponents off, but... Okay, that was not great. I don't even know if Y was going to be open, I'll be honest. I didn't even look at the play for Y on that. I was kind of just expecting to be able to pick up 1 yard with our best receiver, but guess not. It's fine, we have McFadden, who breaks 3 tackles but could not get by the fourth one. Third one, who knows. Headache. Once the move is done, the quality of me being able to talk will skyrocket. McFadden actually broke a tackle from Stroud. That's surprising. That's a gain of 5. We're at the Buffalo 43 with 4 minutes left. Jamarcus Russell looks tired. McFadden is perfectly fine, so we'll give McFadden a blocker in the fullback and try to run him to the outside right, because it looks like they're going to be... It looks like a full blitz, to be honest, but I don't care. Run right at it. No respect for the team that I won 4 Super Bowls with. Let me see here. Maybe Walker, maybe Miller. Griffith might actually be the right route here. Yep. He can stay in bounds, he can't. We're again inside the 40, so I feel like running the ball here is just what I'm going to want to do. If they get the ball, who cares? I mean, I can't punt in this game anyway, so it'd only be a change of 19 yards. And I have a speed back, so I'm not worried about it too much. I'm pretty sure he is like an 85 overall rookie, so I'm not too concerned about him being able to gain a yard. Now, that being said, usually on 4th down it's because he failed to gain a yard on the previous down, but I mean, see, if that had been the last one, I wouldn't have gained it. So he picks the best times to fail, okay? Whatever that means, it's just the truth. Probably should keep an eye on McFadden here. Yep. Linebacker was still turned around, so he didn't get back fast enough. Good play, gain of like 11. And that clock is still ticking. Hoping to get to the 2-minute warning, but obviously a touchdown at any time would be amazing. Oh, penalty, great. I pressed the juke button for the first time all game, and naturally there's a holding penalty. Who's that? Cornell Green? I have literally no idea what position he plays. Oh, right tackle, of course. So the guy who I was already way behind has to hold at the most inopportune time. And Fargus is out. Looks like we gained like 4. I'll take it. We need to get about 8 here to have any legitimate chance to pick up the first down. If anything, it just helped us get through the second quarter faster, right? My IQ is almost 600. Something that I thought I'd never be able to say in a Madden game. Let's just get it to McFadden. That guy perfectly read that juke. That was obnoxious. Very long drive again. Probably will only result in a field goal, but we'll try. 1 conversion, 4 attempts. What? Are they counting the fact that we got knocked out of the red zone because of the stupid penalty? I really need to start taking chances downfield. Problem is I'm so not confident in being able to throw a 20-yard pass before a corner can just snap to the ball immediately and jump in front of it. I guess it's just called watching Trent Edwards throw so many picks so fast. Like that I would have never thought could have been completed. Down to the 1. And I do have to say, I like this Y route here. Actually, I like both routes. I like Griffith and McFadden on this. I don't think I'm even going to be looking at any of the receivers. That should not have been caught. That corner didn't even react. I think that's Terrence McGee. That was not a great day for him. Nope. That was really bad. Standing right... Of course, it said we were at the Buffalo 0. What? 1 minute and 7 seconds on the clock for the first half. Yeah, I think the best way to get the kickoffs to go in your favor is to just take a player and run them across the field, and it almost looks like the returner will start running sideways. Another tank driving by our house, no shock there. Burgess again. He's having a great game. Again, it took us a little while to actually start getting some pressure on Trent Edwards, but now the run game is just gone. Let's see here. I love the fact that our linebacker, who has got the light bulb, meaning that he is the intelligent player, never gets anything for picking off passes. Like, does that only go up if he makes a tackle for a gain of 3 and they're like, that was a genius play? Like, the pick 6? Nah. The tackle for a gain of 3, that took some book smarts. I don't know why you're wasting the clock on yourself, but interesting strategy. Especially when you're just going to throw it anyways. I mean, what was the point of all of that? Not only guess you're going to no huddle? No. I have no idea what this team is doing. 2-man under, let's go with man. Should be fine. I'm not worried about Hardy or Lee Evans, really. Not even going to snap it. This Bills team has already admitted defeat. Actually end the first half with, I think, slightly more yards. Maybe, I think 1 more yard, maybe. Maybe 2. That's surprising. 24-0 at the end of one half. This Bills team's just not lucky. I mean, 3 picks in the first half from your quarterback, and it's not your backup quarterback. That's not something you want to brag about. Jeez. Good return there by Higgins. Unfortunately, we can't really get him involved in the passing game because I guess 95 or 96 speed just isn't impressive in this, but wish we could. Probably be way more fun if we could. Okay, that was a bad juke. Our receiving yards are not very impressive, but in the same token, it looks like McFadden had the wind knocked out of him. Never mind, he's perfectly fine according to our tracker for stamina. Maybe Higgins deep here. It looks like the safety's going to have to make a choice between 2 players. Or we just take Y. That's the easy pass to McFadden. Gain of like 20. I'll take it. This Bills team, their corners are very hit or miss. I feel like half the time they're doing an amazing job, and the other half the time they're just leaving people wide open. Like that. Run McFadden. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Looks like Higgins is completely exhausted. Is there a play that keeps him off the field? There is. Maybe we send Shields on a drag across the middle. I hate those routes that just end and they don't keep running, so... Of course, I also hate it when they have to tell me that they're open, so they slow down. Just run and then put your hand up really quick. Just let me know, like, hey, I'm open. Then you'll find out that you're still open. It's not like when you do it now, where when you put your hand up, you're completely covered. Okay, let's hit Jordan out of the backfield. Like 9, probably. Yeah. Good drive from Russell so far. Hitting the easy passes. Not asking him to do a crazy amount, but take what the defense is giving you. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. Another long drive in terms of time of possession. It doesn't look like it because 1 minute and 42 seconds is basically nothing, but when your quarters are 7 minutes instead of 15, that's the equivalent of like a 4-minute drive so far. Okay, good job. Good spin by McFadden directly into a brick wall. Rushing is actually doing good, which I'm kind of shocked by. Mainly because I didn't think we had a lot of chunk yardage in running this game. I gotta remember the screen other plays are actually pretty good. Let's see if the corner guarding Shields will come up and defend McFadden. Nope. In fact, McFadden's just open. Only for a gain of 1, though. Good tackle immediately after. McFadden is really slow to get up. We need to... Okay, Fargus is out. Honestly, really good. We're really glad about that. Because I think McFadden's had enough reps in this drive. Higgins, great catch. We need to get him more involved in these games somehow. Shields can't catch, but Higgins catches everything and then gets hit immediately and somehow holds on to it. Maybe we just need to start getting Higgins more involved and take Shields and put him in like the bench area. Ah, great catch there too. I mean, that looked easy, but who cares? 4 catches for 22 and 2 touchdowns. He needs to be more involved in games. Send this through the uprights. It's 31-0. This Bills team, a reminder, is 2 overall higher than me. Let's kick it off. And they've got 10 minutes, so to be fair, the Chiefs scored like 14 in 2 minutes, so wouldn't be too shocked if this game's like 31-28 by the end of it. Let me see here. Do I like the play? Nah. Should be fine. Yeah, I expected them to run it. I would not be shocked if they run the ball way more than they should in the second half. I mean, you're down 31-0. You didn't even play to try to score in the end of the first half. So, running the ball with your quarterback who's thrown 3 picks in a quarter is probably the right decision. But then again, if they do nothing but hitch routes, I can't do anything to defend those. They're thrown too fast, and the camera can't keep up. Can I, like, stop walking after I'm done doing the input on the controller? That's an easy one. Almost an easy pick. I thought he was going to throw it to Hardy. Hardy was wide open. I don't understand that. Trent Edwards has got to be, like, having issues with his eyes or something. We can return this. Oh, we would have had a way easier chance to return it if 35 had blocked anybody, but instead he ran up the field with someone, then left him unblocked, and then missed the other guy. That was not the money-making play right there. That's a play where I go, do I need to get a new fullback? Good pass there. Oh, 20 for 23. Wow. 20 for 23, 2 touchdowns. I'm not even going to pay attention to the yards. We've had so many pick sixes. Who cares about the yards at this point? But the 2 touchdowns, that's great. And passer rating got to be close to like 130 almost. If not, way closer to 158 or whatever it's supposed to be. And now Shields is injured, so we'll get an opportunity to see if Higgins can be the one on this team. Walker, more like the slot receiver. Plays on the outside more, I know, but he's kind of used more as the slot receiver. I kind of have him out of position as the 3 when he's our best receiver, but he's just not fast enough. Okay, we're kind of in goal line, so really not much of a chance to change the play here. That is probably going to go out at the back of the end zone. I can't punt. I am terrible at punting. I don't have a lot of reps at it, let's be honest, but I am terrible at punting. I am so sorry. That is our best player on our team, and I'm making him look terrible. Okay, another great run block right there. I'm actually kind of surprised how much better we are at stopping the run now than we were at the start of the game. They had that 1 9-yard run. That's the only thing. Very small sample size of failed attempts, but good tackle there. We're really just trying to make them waste clock at this point. Just get us out of the game. I don't want any injuries. 31-0. Should not even have our starters playing, but it takes so long to put our bench out that, like, there's really not a sense in me doing it. 11 attempts, 8 yards. Oof. Marshawn Lynch. Oof. Okay, I think that's just a linebacker. That's not good. All the way to the 35. Basically in field goal range if it wasn't 10-mile-an-hour winds. Maybe Higgins, Miller, McFadden, probably in that order. Or get sacked. Nope. McFadden took the perfect route on that. Linebacker didn't even try to keep up with him. That might have actually been a corner, which is even more embarrassing for them. Well, now they're saying our red zone summary is 3 trips, 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Maybe that was 3rd down conversions that I saw in the first drive. Just hit McFadden there. Maybe B would have been open, but I just don't have the... Did you just see that player in the back just, like, levitate back to his feet? He was laying completely on the ground. It was almost like... He was almost like a block. He just... Whoop, just went right back up to standing. That was almost a nano blitz sack. Let me see here. The biggest problem about recording Madden is it just takes so long to record. These games are like 40 minutes, and most of my other videos now are like less than 15. Okay, fullback, just go block somebody, okay? Get out of the way of the running back. Let him gain the first down. Just pick up somebody. Don't just slow walk in front of me waiting for a player to run up and tackle both of us. Is there a reason why they're just entirely on the left side? That was really annoying. Higgins was wide open. That was obnoxious. He waited until I was ready to throw that ball and then did the same thing the Ravens did to the Bills all the time. That was a sack, yeah. Y would have technically been open, but I think he still would have gotten tackled for a loss, so it's not like there was anything on that play. Wow, that's a lot of great options, Madden. Thanks. PA power O, PA power, PA power O, PA power pass. Man, good options. Shields is back, which I don't know if I'm happy about that. Man, nobody. Nobody open. Offensive line got completely embarrassed on that. We'll just take the field goal. Not trying to throw a pick. No point in throwing a pick. Let's put that through the uprights. 34-0. Not exactly the time of possession I wanted, but we also got the ball at the 35 on their side. So, not surprised by that. Let's kick this ball off. Did that ball look like it glitched in midair? Good tackle there. He looks like a giant. Why is he so tall? 18 isn't usually a number that, like... I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. 18 isn't a number for, like, offensive lineman or defensive lineman. That's a receiver number. We just have, like, a 7-foot tall dude on our receiving core that I haven't been using. Also, great pick. Trent Edwards. Amazing pick. 4th one of the game. Trying to help me get the achievements done. That was a great block. 3 guys blocked 2, one of them a defensive lineman, the other one a linebacker. That was some very logical blocking there. Okay. Probably need to just get this game over with, so we're going to start doing some shorter passes. X. To be honest, I didn't expect him to make that pass. Good catch by Shields. That was actually a difficult catch. 4th and 7, went for it because why not? Just trying to waste the clock. Probably going to go the full 40 seconds from now on. So, I'm going to try to waste that clock. If you guys have been enjoying Madden 09, do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button below. Sorry this game wasn't more entertaining, but I guess watching a quarterback throw 4 picks was kind of entertaining, right? I guess now I know why they're 0-3. So, not exactly a question anymore. Trent Edwards can't keep the ball from the other player's hands. Any other games you'd like me to play on the channel, let me know. In terms of sports games, I know we've already completed Madden 06 and Madden 08. And, well, no. Have we? We did complete Madden 08, yeah. No, we didn't. That's right. It's Madden 06 and Madden 11. Madden 08, we didn't complete the franchise, or the Superstar mode, but we did complete the trophies for it. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, why do I feel like I've completed it, but then I didn't actually complete what we were doing in videos? It's because we didn't. But there's a game you want me to play next, let me know. Maybe a newer Madden. I would love to play a newer Madden and take a player that, like, was terrible and try to turn their entire career around. Good gain of, like, 5. Gonna keep wasting this clock. Let's try an HB draw now. They started the game so well, and I think for the rest of the 3 quarters, they have had like 47 yards of offense. Trying to think. We've already used the Raiders, the Bills, played a little bit with the Browns, but we didn't finish that franchise. I'd prefer to play with a new team, so if there's anybody you guys have in mind, let me know, but we'll try to get them to be on a team I haven't already won a Super Bowl with. So, Bears, Bills, and then hopefully the Raiders. Obviously, different games I'm fine with, too, if you guys want me to try to take a break from the sports games. We already have NHL hopefully returning next week to the channel. So, if you guys want me to play something different genre, just let me know and I'll find something. That was a terrible block by our tight end. Literally lost like 9 yards on that. But we're going to take the clock all the way down to like 1 minute and 10 seconds. With the live streams coming up, I don't imagine I will be live streaming Madden, just because of the fact that it's simpler to do like a video of Madden. Like, I'm gonna play a game for a video than sitting down and doing a live stream for like 6 hours and playing 10 games. That just sounds like way too much Madden. But if there's any game you guys would like me to play in, like I said, on the live streams, let me know. The live stream schedule is kind of whatever right now. I'm not sure what games I'm going to be playing on live streams. I'm not sure what games I'm going to be not moving to live streams. Brotato might be moved to live streams because then I can play a couple of runs on it. BTD, if people want me to live stream it, I will. I mean, I don't know how many people would be interested in that, but I could get a lot of progress done on BTD if I live streamed it. Really, RPGs are easier in live streams. The Souls franchise, strategy games, obviously live streaming would let me complete multiple levels. I feel like my corners are catching everything, and the receivers aren't catching anything. Trying to think of other games, other game types. Tycoons probably would be better for live streams. FPSs will be better for live streams. So, any other ideas, let me know. I'm kind of interested in what people think are the best ideas for live streaming in the future and whatnot. See, my player tried to do that, wait for them to throw the ball and then bat it down, and it didn't work at all. Also, why are they no huddling now when it's 37-0? What are you trying to prove? We're not going to get shut out. No. Although if Lee Evans can continue backing in on my linebackers, there might be a chance that they score. If they literally drive down the field and kick a field goal, I'm done. I want a shutout. Let me have the shutout. This is a very rare occurrence on my channel. Nice try there. Safety. I think they're going to let me have it. Oh, thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.